Hello and welcome back. It's a beautiful day here in Alberta and I just had to pull out all the cars. So we're going to do a little bit of a garage update. We'll talk about the dry ice blasting on that puppy in a bit. But yeah, I figured just do a little walk around. So I sold a few cars last fall and then, well, this is pretty much the assortment now. Here's my Izetta. This is the newest member of the family. 1958 BMW 600. Basically all original paint, kind of this robin egg blue. Super cool. California car. Actually quite dry. It's got a bit of rust, but I have big plans for this thing. I polished this side. So you can see it's pretty faded. And then I actually polished it and the paint actually came out really nice. So I'm definitely excited for the entire car to be nice and shiny. I think a lot of the paint will come out great. Then we have my 1962 Morris Mini Woody Wagon. So I've had this car for about 4 years and basically have done nothing with it. Just kicked it outside into our shop not too long ago, and it's only been here for like a month and it's leaked this much oil. But I said I wasn't going to polish it, but I started polishing it and it just looks really, really good. So I'm going to have to do the entire thing. This car, well, this winter I hope to rebuild the motor, rebuild the suspension, get it running, and yeah, just drive it. Keep the stock 850. I don't know if you can hear the geese, but that means winter is on its way, which is why I pulled this thing out. So I haven't really driven this much lately, but this is my 1966 Austin Mini. Originally an 850, but now it has a 1275 out of a Japanese SPI, like 1990s car. Of course I have the 10-inch wheels, no flares. I think it's the perfect look for a Mark 1. This thing is just way too cool. Go to the interior here. The mirrors are off, just the way it was stored. I don't know if it'll even focus, but very cool. Then we have the car that was in my intro. This is actually my daily driver. Put about 6,000–7,000 K on it now. Sweet little car. Sunroof is almost always open. Got a TII motor and some sort of exhaust as well as TII brakes, so it drives and handles great actually. It was the 1982 Alberta autocross champion of its class, which is funny. Talked to the original owner. Such a fun little car. Then we have the E9. This thing is just way too cool. Done a few things to it since, just the last few months. Fixed the heater motor and actually installed the little thing in the sunroof, a little wind deflector, but this thing is awesome. But yeah, so I got this car dry ice blasted up in Edmonton at Sublime Surfacing and did a great job. Here's some footage of underneath. Like, dry ice blasting basically can clean up the surfaces without taking off original paint or undercoating, and it doesn't use any solvents, so you retain any markings or whatever underneath, which is really cool. So what even is dry ice blasting? I recently discovered this process and I find it really cool. It's much like soda blasting or sandblasting in that you use pressurized air, but of course the media is dry ice. Now dry ice turns into carbon dioxide and basically evaporates. So you're not left with any residue other than the stuff you just cleaned, which is cool in and of itself. However, dry ice is non-abrasive and non-toxic. And non-abrasive, what this means is any original plating or an original undercoating and paint will stay. Just the dirt and grease go. And also being non-toxic, it's not solvent-based, which means any original paint marker or writing, stuff like that, that stays as well. You can see some original paint marks on my one strut here, but just look at the before and after. It's incredible. It looks so good. I mean, the E9 is kind of a good example. It's a fairly nice original car, but the underside just came out amazing. So here's some before and after. It just looks sweet. Enjoy. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is the current horde of vehicles. The 3 on the left actually run and drive and basically are turnkey cars, which is sweet. And then, if you want to subscribe and stay tuned, you'll see a project series on each of these cars this winter. So this one is going to get a factory rebuild, I think, 850, and then this thing, we'll see what happens. This thing's growing on me so much, it just looks way too cool. Such a ridiculous car. Oh yeah.